Exhale, guys. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and even leave a juicy 5-star review wherever you get your podcast.
A Del Taco cheeseburger juicy 5-star review.
If you're new here, I'm Anthony Totri. He's Shane Diefenbach. He is Shawn DePaz. And this is not our usual studio. We are in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena, guys, because Arizona State, they won. They get to advance and move on to round two. They're allowed to. They're allowed to move on to round two of the 2023 Pac-12 Tournament, and is officially the first time that we get to do a Meet Us on Mill Pac-12 Tournament edition, because Arizona State did the thing. They beat Oregon State 63-57 right here in Las Vegas. A lot to get to in terms of what Frankie Collins did that last 20 seconds in change. Yeah. But first and foremost, Shane, just initial reaction to what you saw.
A team that plays down and up to other teams, man. Yeah. They just do. I don't know. Overall, I thought the game was entertaining.
Really?
But I don't know if I wanted it to be entertaining.
It wasn't entertaining to a neutral fan.
Well, no, I wouldn't say to a neutral fan, because it just wasn't a good basketball
It was
game.
bad.
No, it was bad
all
basketball.
around. Bad reffing, bad offense, bad defense.
But all that matters is they're going on to the next round.
Yeah.
And we know they can get up for games or teams like USC and teams like, a UCLA or an Arizona or an Oregon that you might face later in the tournament. Just get past this first round, exhale, take a breath. Got a game tomorrow night, and I'm happy they're playing immediately. That's one of the good things about this Pac-12 tournament is you play immediately, and you talked about it, having that extra game.
Yeah,
get
it out of the way, right? You get your quote unquote bad game or advanced scrimmage out of the way.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this one went a little bit down to the wire. Didn't need to get to that point. ASU had a 10-point lead at one point, and it actually never felt like the game was over, because we've seen this team all season long. We know how they play basketball. To your point, they play up and down to their competition. I would say better than anybody else in the conference. Yeah. And again, to your point, right? You got USC tomorrow night. It's the third time that they've got the Trojans. We know that this is a team capable of hanging around with the best in the conference, and they're going to need to have their best performance, in my mind, to actually go on, win that game, and then advance to round three. Yeah. Before we get into all that, though, go ahead.
Real quick, one thing I'll say about the game tomorrow is it's hard to win a game in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It's hard to beat a team twice in the Pac-12. It's hard to get a sweep. It's even harder to win 3 straight. USC has the chance to win 3 straight tomorrow. So
yeah, most definitely. Shawn, from you, just your initial reaction to what you saw.
I mean, it was like I said, it wasn't great. It wasn't great in basically every way. It was bad offense, bad defense, bad roughing, but the reality is, kind of like we said, it's a good thing that they got this first game. Obviously, you wanted them to get that first round bye, but the fact that they didn't, I think it ultimately benefited them. Not just for the fact that they have another win to add to the resume potentially, but the fact that they got that. Like we said, you play like this against anybody in this conference, not named Oregon State or Cal, you lose this game.
Yeah.
So it's good to get this out of the way. I wish that game made me feel confident in the team. It certainly did not, but I'm trying to find the silver lining and just be like, hopefully they got that out of the way. They'll come out firing. But I mean, it was ultimately a good game. They got a win, and that's what they needed. I mean, you made the comment, and Shane yelled at you for it. You made the comment at one point there was about 3 minutes left, the same amount of time that there was in the game against Stanford.
Yeah,
and everybody was thinking it.
Everyone was thinking it. And you had enough guts to say it. But it was. I was traumatized, and Max just walked in front of the camera.
Thank you, Michaela. Appreciate you.
Awesome, super professional. But it was crazy.
Telling you to help out.
Yeah, most definitely. Look, when you look at this team, let's actually take a look at the numbers here for a quick second, because I'm interested to see how everything kind of panned out. Obviously, the final score is the only thing that matters: 63-57 in favor of Arizona State. You look at the way these two teams shot tonight, 40% for Arizona State to 34% for Oregon State. We know this Arizona State defense comes to play night in and night out, and I think you saw that, especially when the offense wasn't too great for Bobby Hurley's team. Look at the way this team shot behind the arc tonight, 24% for the Sun Devils, just 17% for Oregon State. They were chucking them up really at the end, just trying to claw their way back. In terms of turnovers, again, kind of an uncharacteristic performance from Arizona State defensively, because we're used to them forcing 15, 16, 17 turnovers, just 11 tonight for both squads. But the difference maker tonight, Arizona State, 20 points off those turnovers to Oregon State's 7. Shane, I'm going to start with you. Which number sticks out?
Points off turnovers, capitalization. Even though I feel like they didn't really capitalize on enough mistakes. Look, this team is what the spread said. This team is 11 to 15 to even 20 points better on some nights than Oregon State is. You have to capitalize, and 20 points off of turnovers was enough tonight, but 20 of 63, and you only win by 6 points. That's almost a third of your points.
Yeah,
it's not good enough.
100%. I mean, I'm obviously at the same number, but I'm looking at it from the other perspective. ASU's defense managed to, on the same number of turnovers, hold the Oregon State to only 7 points off those turnovers. It's one thing to make mistakes. It's another thing to compound those mistakes, and ASU avoided to do that most of the time.
Yeah.
And so that's an encouraging sign. And the fact that they were able to get 20 of those points. Obviously, the three-point shooting is not great, but also what did you expect from this team? This is Arizona State basketball. This is what we've seen all year. These numbers just show that they ran into a worse team, and they got a little lucky, and that's what it takes sometimes.
Yeah, you're absolutely not going to get away with this kind of performance against USC tomorrow.
Question for you guys.
Yeah.
Michaela got the video. I don't know if you guys saw it on PHNX Sun Devils of putting who advanced the team. You saw it?
Yeah.
Don't tell it.
Okay.
Who advanced the team?
Michael Bruno.
No.
Bruno, sorry.
No.
Nope.
Alonzo Gaffney.
Gaffney.
Fucking.
I think it's because maybe his
Uppies.
arms can
reach.
Yeah. Dude,
What?
he's so big.
He is big. He's
He's
played well
lengthy.
tonight.
He's lengthy.
I'll say he made plays tonight.
He had a huge block.
He did things. He played basketball.
A good put back on this end of the court here. It was solid. Again, all I'm looking for, especially from the bench players, but specifically Alonzo, is don't negatively impact the game. Make plays when you get the opportunity to, and I feel like you did that. So it was definitely encouraging.
Most certainly. I want to get to what Bobby Hurley had to say post-game. We've got his opening statement here saying pretty much Arizona State did just enough to advance to round 2.
Yeah, I thought it was a gutsy win. Just this is kind of like our games, our prior 2 matchups. Slower pace game, less possessions in the game. I think the differences were our ability to generate points off their turnovers, and also usually when we win the paint, do a good job in the paint, then we get a pretty good result. But I'm pleased with contributions from a lot of guys and the bounce back from a tough week in LA. And it's go ahead. Yeah. And it's this is these tournaments, you survive in advance, how you get it done, and just move on to the next round.
I think that's a good point that Bobby brings up, right? Obviously, you play the last game in round 1 of the Pac-12 tournament as the number 6 seed, so you've got all day pretty much waiting for this game. Not to mention that we beat the drum that this team had a gauntlet to end the season, right? With that Utah game. Obviously, they got bounced earlier today. And then Arizona, that crazy emotional win down in Tucson, and then 2 really tough games in L.A. And then you've got this, right? Like, we didn't even talk about that really going into the gauntlet, right? Like, I know there was a couple days in between Arizona State having to play. But from just an emotional standpoint, this team has been on a roller coaster for the last month. I know the season in general has kind of felt that way, but we talked about it. You get to put it behind you now. The Oregon State team is done. You go play USC for the 3rd time, right? There were a couple of points tonight that I think really stand out, right? For me, I'm looking at those buckets by Jemiah Neal.
Yeah.
I know he didn't score a whole lot of points tonight, right? But specifically, you look at the way that he played. I want to say it was the 14-minute mark there in the second half. He had a dunk. Arizona State took the lead. Okay, a couple minutes go by. It's back and forth again. The 11-15 point. He hits a 3 to put ASU up 5. And ASU, I don't want to say, quote-unquote, ran away with it down the stretch.
They did, and then
gave it back a little bit.
But yeah.
They tried to run away with it.
What'd you see from Jemiah Neal tonight?
Energy when you needed it most. I mean, it was that point in the game was the scariest moment of the game for me. I mean, it was like, oh, they are losing this basketball game.
Yeah.
They need something.
Yeah.
And the Jemiah Neal dunk, only worth 2 points, but worth a lot more than just a score.
From an emotional standpoint, yeah.
And then obviously the big 3 he hit.
Yeah.
I mean, only finishing with 5 points, but 5 of the biggest points of the game. And when you only score 63 points in the game, 5 points goes a long way.
Yeah.
Real deal Neal, like Vontez Buckshanks calls him.
Yeah.
Also, he pointed out that Gaffney shot no 3s today, which is, I guess, a good sign.
Didn't he shoot a 3? He did shoot that corner 3, and then Bobby over here on the bench said that's a fucking bad shot.
Maybe his toe was on the line. I don't know. But I mean, you heard Bobby say it in that clip.
Yeah.
He was happy with some of the contributions he got from guys today, and I think Demaya Neal was at the top of that list. It's not the guy that's going to drop 20. He's not going to be the player of the game per se, but he did what he needed to do to help this team win, and that's all you can ask from the bench guys specifically. Most
certainly, he got the job done, and to your point, he was clutch when he needed to be, even though it was only 5 minutes. I do want to get into the bottle service. We've got aftertaste and all that fun stuff. I've got a bone to pick with you guys.
Well, yeah,
that's fair.
Guess.
No,
look,
it's fine.
Or is it, my bone isn't with you guys.
It's your team.
It's my teammates.
Well, let's talk about you were talking about clutch. We'll talk about clutch.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about Jacob Franklin.
Okay.
Delivering the kill shot to your team at Game Show Battle Room.
Yes, sir.
We went out there. What was that? Tuesday.
Yep.
Tuesday. So
yesterday.
Oh my God.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Dude,
Welcome to Vegas, baby.
It's been a lot.
Yesterday we were out there for some bonding, some team bonding. But it got a little heated because it's a game show that you're on, competing against each other.
Yeah.
I've never had as much fun.
I genuinely have never had that much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I don't know if you know this, Totri. One of your teammates, Petey, has a bone to pick with you.
He's a bone to pick with me?
Yes.
How so?
Because how are you going to get to an answer on a game that is closely modeled after Family Feud but is not Family Feud for legal reasons? How are you going to get to a question and just say you don't have an answer? I don't know.
I didn't have an answer, bro.
I
literally could not give you. I could not give you another Samuel L. Jackson movie in that time. that is why I had no answer.
But you could have said the Batman. Like you got to say something. Samuel L. Jackson's in everything.
He was not in Batman. I want to tell you that, guys. If you've ever wanted to be on a game show, go over to Game Show Battles, guys, and follow them on Facebook at Game Show Battle Rooms PHX, and check out GameShowBattleRooms.com to book your fun today.
We gonna sleep tonight, Shawn?
No. Well, we're gonna get high.
I'm not.
We are.
Yeah.
100%. It's the OGs.
Well, don't you use OGs to sleep?
Yeah, but not on a trip like this.
Look, guys.
Because I'm not gonna sleep a lot.
That's true.
If you want to sleep or if you want to have fun, OGs is the product for you guys. It's official. OG's new strawberries and cream Happy Balance gummies are live on the shelves, and as always, you can find them at your local dispensary by checking out ogsbrands.com. You do got to be 21 years or older to enjoy. OG's always smack, and I'm pretty sure I didn't take one on the ride this time.
I wish you had.
But the last time, stop it. But last year at Vegas, the OGs definitely got us through the death trap that was Michaela Perkins driving. I do want to move on to bottle service now because there's a couple different ways this could go. We talked about Demaya Neal and what he provided for this team tonight. You could look at a few moments where Frankie Collins really delivered clutch for Arizona State. DJ Horn early on. Dez played some phenomenal defense, hit some clutch shots, but it's not him.
No.
Who's getting bottle service tonight?
Honestly, it's somebody that you would not know if you were not sitting literally exactly where we were.
Or just if you don't know if you don't follow the team closely.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the reason why he deserved it tonight.
You don't see.
There's no.
By the way, that's where ASU was sitting. Where we are standing right now is where we were. So we heard a bunch of stuff on the bench, but bottle service. Only one person truly deserved it tonight. It was Micah Burno.
He brought the energy.
You heard him at the beginning of the game. He said, "We're fucking here."
Yeah.
He just looked around. He said, "We're fucking here." And then when things were getting a little hairy, he was the one yelling at his teammates, telling them that they're still in it. Yep. They need to come together. All that kind of stuff. Yep. It's hard to say how much it helped, but it clearly didn't hurt. Like he's a guy that does not see the court ever. But he got a scholarship this season, and you see why. It's just the leadership and the energy that he brings. It's I don't think you can put a value on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, right? Like this is a guy that has fought tooth and nail, I feel like, to still be on this team and be where he's at. Obviously, he didn't check into the game tonight, but I think he provided something on that bench that there were guys on the court that simply needed, right? That guys out there, whether it be Frankie or DJ or Dev, there was a time, right, where you throw the ball away, I want to say with 2 minutes left in the game, give Oregon State possession, and everyone on the sideline is just like kind of what's happening. But Burno wasn't like that, right? It's like, pick your head up, you got it, you're going to move on, and you're gonna keep going. And that's exactly what he did tonight. There were a couple guys that I do want to get into. Warren Washington. We talked all week long about Warren and what he had the potential to do on a night like tonight. Do you think he delivered?
I mean, no one on this team, I think, delivered to their full potential. So it's hard to say that. But I think in the context of the game, he certainly did. I don't have the stats right in front of me, but I mean, did he end up leading the team in scoring? He was up there.
Yeah, I think he did.
He obviously led.
The stats are now in front of you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
15 points.
Michaela.
15 points.
Yeah, 15 points on 4 for 10 shooting. Not crazy. He went 7 for 9 from the line. He got the line 9 times and made 7 of them. Not something you would have normally expected from Warren. And then 9 rebounds, 5 of which were offensive. So yeah. Again, in the context of the game, you can't ask for much more from your big man. Tall man, excuse me. He did tall man things.
It's almost a quarter of your points, man.
Yeah.
He did tall man things.
He did a lot of tall man things.
Look, Warren, I think.
I thought the bigs in general were the biggest part.
Yeah,
of the team.
Alonzo Gaffney played well.
Duke Brennan.
Duke did enough in his minutes.
Duke did dog things.
He did more than enough.
Duke was probably the most efficient player tonight in terms of his minutes.
But this is not new. This is what he does.
No, yeah.
Duke was a -2. 1 for 2 from the field, but
plus minus.
but that's what I'm saying. With Duke Brennan, it's always got kind of he's not going to show on the score sheet necessarily, but what he provides,
he had
and in a way similar to Micah Bruno, honestly, except on the court, it's just so much energy and effort. And a lot of times you'll see situations where his effort is the reason someone else is getting a rebound. And again, I don't think you can put enough value on that.
I would like to see a little bit more offensively from him. I know he crashes the glass a lot.
He had a dunk.
He did have a dunk.
Yeah.
It's
All season long, though. I feel like he needs to be a little bit more aggressive in the paint, right? That's what you see from dominant big men, not just in the Pac-12, but from a national perspective. The ones that you talk about night in, night out, the ones you see on ESPN aren't the big mans that go and get the offensive board and then kick it out.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are times for that. But you see the big men that go get the offensive board and they slam it home. They have a post move in their back pocket that they throw up there. Like, he's got to develop his game a little bit more if he wants to be that quote-unquote guy at Arizona State. Go ahead, though. You were about to say something.
Yeah, I was just, you don't see, like, hockey assists in terms of a rebound on the
Yes,
court.
exactly.
Like, he got a couple boards tonight that led to second-chance buckets for ASU. And even just a little tips and stuff. Also, can we address something?
What are we addressing?
Warren Washington plays volleyball 15% of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just
And the rest
slap
is
it.
basketball, or
Yeah,
no?
the rest is definitely basketball.
Yeah, but sometimes you're just slapping at it.
Yeah.
Really nice guy, though. He said hi to the kids.
Yeah, I think
ASU in general, really nice guys.
my favorite part of the game was coming out of halftime when there was 2 kids
kinda
back
does.
here. No, he doesn't. There were 2 kids back here, and they were yelling for Dev to come over here.
Yeah.
Right. So Dev walked over, was nice, being nice to the kids. First thing out of kid's mouth, "You look like Kevin Durant."
No, it was the last thing out of his mouth. Like after he dapped him up and he was walking away, he's like, "Look, Kevin Durant."
And did Dev even say anything? He just shook his
he
head.
kinda
And he's
shook his
like,
head, yeah.
He wears
What am I
30
supposed to
he wears
do?
35.
That's all.
That's
is
all,
true.
though. That's literally all.
Yeah.
Him, like his game
His
does not
beard a
look.
little bit.
His game and KD's game are nothing.
Well, it's not about
No,
his game,
I
it's
don't
about
think
his-
these kids are smart enough to be analyzing their game like that.
Damn. That's crazy. You
You
calling
do
the
the same
kids
drop
dumb?
step as Kevin Durant. you have the same technique when it comes to a jab as Mr.
What
Durant.
would be more wild? The kid saying that, or Dev actually having that in his bag?
Kevin Durant
Something tells me that if Dev had Kevin Durant moves in his bag, he would not be playing at Arizona State.
They
would
don't know
not be
that.
in college anymore.
Yeah,
that's
also
fair.
true.
That's fair.
Getting back to Duke Brennan real quick, though, one thing I would
He's
like
a
to
dog?
he is a dog, but I would like to see him, like you mentioned, grow his game a little bit. There was a point early in the game where he was down. I think he got a rebound or something like that. The shot clock was running low, and he kind of had to take a turnaround J, and he came up short on it. And obviously that's a tough shot, but if he can get some stuff like that in his bag, a little, like I guess. He doesn't really have much of a post game. Like he doesn't have much of an offensive
he's raw
game.
still.
So and obviously he's a freshman, so that will grow. But it is something you definitely want to see grow. Is kind of expanding on his offensive weapons, or at least acquiring some.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, a place that's always expanding on their offensive weapons, Burrito Express.
True.
They have an entire arsenal of burritos that will feed your hunger.
And memes.
And memes. They always have memes. Guys, if you didn't know, they've got themselves 2 new NIL athletes. One, an ASU football star, Elijah Badger, and the other, ASU softball star, Jazz Hill. They're going to receive support in cash, clothes, and, of course, burrito. So anytime you guys go to Burrito Express, you're supporting some Arizona State athletes as well. Check out their Valley locations. They got places just about everywhere. And while you're at it, go ahead and give them a follow on social at Burrito EXP.
I'm really sad, though. This is the first time ever that we can't celebrate a win with 4 Peaks.
That
I'm
actually,
sure we
this
could
season,
find some.
True. They do sell in multiple states.
Yeah,
so
I
if
need
you're outside
alcohol.
of Arizona, you
I
might
need
be able to
alcohol.
find
I'm getting buckled.
What does that mean?
We're not having this. We're not doing this right now.
You've heard that before?
It is a very, very common
No
word.
shot. That's a saying.
PD says it all the time.
Okay, I'm not around PD enough to know what buckled means.
That's not my point. My
Have
Have
point
you
is
heard that, Mac?
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
man.
you.
What about-
Damn.
what
Thank you, Dom.
It's like
You know what buckled means? If someone's buckled?
Okay.
He
He said
can't drink
There we
yet.
go.
He's not old enough to drink. So
I bet Vontaze Buckshanks know what.
Yeah.
what
I mean, I feel like Vontez Buckshanks knows all, to be
True.
honest with you. He's an what's it?
omnipotent.
Yeah.
He
You were
made a
about
good
to-
point.
Did you hear that?
What was I about to say?
Omnipotent?
He was about to
He's
say
omnipotent.
omnipotent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on.
You were
carry
doing
on.
the delicate dance.
Carry on. No, I was not. I was going omnipotent. I can't
Okay,
even. I
just
can't even say it.
stop.
Go ahead, dude.
What?
Vontez said that if you mix Gaffney and Dev, you got KD, and I think that is.
I think
Where's
you
the
have.
shooting?
You have K. You have the letter K.
You have Kevin.
You have Kevin.
Can we just take a moment and appreciate the fact that we are currently sitting or standing in T-Mobile Arena celebrating a win?
Yeah, we can.
We
do
have
that.
never done that.
We can do
before.
that.
The last time we were here.
Likely on the floor also.
Oh, yeah. Also,
You were saying something about Four Peaks though earlier.
Oh, yeah, he
Oh, I was.
Yeah, so go ahead
I
and
just
carry
wanted
on-
to
carry on
drink
with that.
Four Peaks.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to be doing the ad read because I
Uh-oh.
didn't have any of the information in front of me. But
It's a Grim Reaper.
should I get off the show so we can do the ad read?
It's the Grim Reaper himself, Doug Tamaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
come on? I was ready to give up the headset. He's probably going to get some Four Peaks.
He's a legend.
He's a legend. He's going to celebrate with some Four Peaks. Oh man, I tried to help and I ruined it.
The story of Shawn DePaz's
Thankfully, we come back on the 12th, so we'll be back in time for St. Patrick's Day. And if you want to spend St. Patrick's Day, like we want to spend St. Patrick's Day, head to Four Peaks. Four Peaks 8th Street Pub is going to have a very special St. Patrick's Day celebration. You can hang with your favorite DJs.
That would be us.
If you're listening on audio, I'm rapidly pointing at all three of us.
Rapidly.
And enjoy a damn good time.
Yeah.
Not just a good. Like, you can have a good
damn
time damn
good
near
time.
anywhere, but a damn good time, you got to be at Four
And
Peaks.
we can physically do the delicate dance. You
Yes,
can
we
watch us
physically-
do the delicate dance.
We can. Dom can't because, of course, you have to be 21 or older to drink,
Ooh,
and you must
beautiful.
do so responsibly.
Does the delicate dance include alcohol?
Well, we're talking about Four Peaks, so.
Well, yeah, but we can just do the delicate dance at Four Peaks.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Sure,
You
sure.
can bring your kids to Four Peaks. They just can't drink.
While we're talking about the delicate dance, why don't we go ahead and do Aftertaste?
Oh, this is okay. This is a delicate dance. Whatever you're about to say right here, because
There are people around
I
us
don't give
for the first
a
time
shit.
ever.
Shane, what was alley-ooped into your kisser this evening?
That was flawless.
that goes crazy.
That was not problematic
Anthony-
or grotesque in any way.
Anthony
and it was
Totri.
basketball related. That was flawless.
There you
that
go.
might be the best one.
What was that alley-oop to your kisser?
My kisser? It's a future tequila soda.
Ooh,
It was
a
love.
future one.
Yeah, like when Totri said that the future Luther Muhammad was there, I'm like, it might just be his brother.
Oh yeah. I don't know why my brain went there.
Future Shane is throwing present Shane, now past Shane, now present again, now past Shane, because we're forever living in the past. A tequila soda.
Okay.
So a future tequila soda, futuristic tequila soda.
What are you going with?
I'm gonna go with a peach ale from Four Peaks. It was amazing, but it's also like my favorite is Golden Lager, so I didn't get necessarily what I wanted, but you can't go wrong with a Four Peaks.
Yeah.
That's
it's
fair.
still a W.
W.
W. Shout out George. Not really. But yeah, no, it tasted
Shout out
like
Warren.
something that was good, but not as quite as good as I wanted it to
Yeah.
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That's perfect. I am going to go with a Popeye's chicken tender at 2 a.m. at the Excalibur Hotel. It's the only thing that was open.
I don't think it's gonna be. Was it?
It was the only thing that was
Is it
open.
going to be?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
We're
Is it
going
going to
to
be?
learn tonight.
We're going to learn today. No. It was the Popeye's chicken tender was good because I needed food. And it was the only thing open. That's how I feel like this game. It got me through to the next day.
Yeah,
right.
that's a good
That's
one.
all you can ask for at this point. Shane, for the first time in Las Vegas, do you have a lyric of the game?
Oh, I do.
Oh, I can't
It's
wait.
time.
What was your
wait.
what was your face for?
I thought you were gonna I thought you were putting me on the spot for something that I didn't know what you were talking about. Did we do a lyric? I think we did a lyric of the game when we lost.
Here?
I don't know. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was something
That was a
very
year
sad.
ago.
Well, regardless, it's time for the lyric of the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do. A double do-do-do.
Do-do-do.
Today's lyric of the game comes
Frank
from Frank
Sinatra.
Sinatra. Because duh.
Oh,
we're
my
in Vegas.
goodness.
We're about to have a residency.
Mhm.
The Sun Devils are about to have a residency.
Let's do it.
In Las Vegas. Fly Me to the Moon is the song. And gentlemen, if you will.
Yeah.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars.
That was beautiful.
Let me see what spring is like on in the NCAA tournament, because I've never been there before. Or I guess we have, but not in a long time.
Yeah, let the boys fly.
Let us fly.
Let the boys fly. Are we the boys?
To the moon.
No,
they're the boys.
No, they're the boys. They're boys.
Yeah.
No,
We're the fellas.
Look,
Yeah,
we're the guys.
Let the fellas fly.
We're
Let the fellas fly. Let
guys.
the dudes soar.
Let the dudes
let the
soar.
homies take flight.
LTC in the chat.
Let the
Michelob
amigos
Ultra
elevate.
first half. Michelob Ultra first half. Old English second half. Old English, great song.
And Vontez is saying no Elvis lyric is criminal. First off, there's a road named after Frank Sinatra here, so
Well, look,
recognize.
all we're
Secondly, we
doing-
got other games.
There's
we got more lyrics.
There's another day, Buckshanks. Mr. Buckshanks.
I can promise you. I will
Senor
promise you.
Buckshanks.
Stop that. Shawn used an Elvis gift today, so
I did use an Elvis gift, and trust. If I have a feeling we're going to need lyric of the game. If they win more games, they're probably getting
Mr.
Elvis.
Buckshanks. Okay.
Senor Buckshanks.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know about you, but everybody had an opportunity to make some money on the Pac-12 tournament tonight, whether that was Arizona State, whether that was Oregon State covering.
Oregon State +6 first half. Lock.
I did make money.
Did you?
Yeah, I bet. I remember I told
Oh wait,
you.
I bet on Oregon State +6. I forgot about that.
Did
I
you?
did that. Yeah, we did it in the office before we left.
Bro, fuck you guys. You
Hell
didn't say nothing.
Oh,
You weren't
dude,
there.
I told you, I hammered Oregon State +1.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, look. You guys have plenty of opportunities to make some money with DraftKings. Go ahead and download that app now and sign up with code PHNX because new customers can bet $5 on the NBA and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA with code PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details.
We should start referring to ourselves as the Rat Pack. I don't like coming up with nicknames for ourselves, but
The
we
Rat
are.
Pack.
Yeah, it's like Frank Sinatra's crew, the Rat Pack.
Ah, okay.
We're just kind of
We're rats?
rat bastards. Yeah.
Michaela's
no.
crying
Why are you crying?
because I think we sung.
Who
never
knows?
mind.
No.
We'll move on.
It's probably just being dramatic about
Yeah,
that.
probably
Yeah.
being dramatic about something like how dramatic I am about how good the garlic bread from Spaghetti
That's not
Shack
dramatic
is.
though. That's just being
No,
honest.
that's pretty accurate, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
No hyperbole in sight.
Yeah. I mean, I just Shawn made
Stop
a.
it, bro.
What?
I don't know. You like
No
my use of hyperbole?
hyperbole in sight. I just didn't like that. That's the way you said it.
Don't
Don't
even-
don't come at me like that, bro.
I wasn't saying that.
I know it was him.
I was laughing.
So is this guy.
Is that
He's fucking pushing buttons over here.
The other day when we got Spaghetti Shack, I
Disembodied
made
shame.
I mean,
Disembodied
this is
shame.
what the people fucking came
Yeah,
for.
I know, right?
Disembodied Shane. Disembodied Shane.
Oh yeah, they can still hear you.
I thought you said
Again.
body shame.
That's what I thought you were saying too. Tell the people about Spaghetti Shack.
Yeah, I mean, you made yourself a meatball sandwich.
I did. Spaghetti's great.
Yeah.
But I skipped the spaghetti. I just went garlic
Better
bread
in
and
between
meatball.
bread.
Yeah. The food here is fantastic. Shout out to
It is.
Pac-12.
It's not
They can't-
Spaghetti Shack,
They
though.
can't do anything.
No, fuck the Pac-12.
They-
Shout out the people that made the food.
Yeah.
Well, sure. The Pac-12 can't do anything right, but they can serve us good food.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So-
Although they did. There were less beverage
But-
options than last year.
but-
Maybe
Chicken parm was on.
Chicken
the,
parm was
on,
on
the, on the docket tonight. But
Caesar
you know,
salad?
But you know what was lacking?
That's what
Sauce.
That's true. There was no sauce.
That's true.
That's a great point.
Spaghetti Shack never lacks in sauce.
That's
Go get
facts.
some Spaghetti Shack. It's community focused, and to-go pasta concept started right in Tempe, not here.
Right there.
Where
Right where you're
Las Vegas,
probably
Nevada.
watching this.
By 5 lifelong friends. We are currently serving Tempe and Queen Creek, and we hope to come to your neighborhood soon. Thank you, Spaghetti Shack.
Thank you.
That is them. They're trying to come to
Yeah.
your neighborhood soon,
Just-
not us. We are not. I'm not trying to go to anybody's neighborhood anytime soon.
Except in maybe Omaha or wherever ASU gets put into the tournament, then I'm trying to come to your neighborhood.
Albany, maybe?
At this point,
Albany? I
There's
think it would
Sacramento?
Probably be like Sacramento.
they're going to be in the last four, and they're going to play in Dayton.
One of the highest crime rates in America.
Last time, thank you for that.
I'm just.
That
I
would-
want to know.
Last
where
time,
Dom's from.
that's crazy.
Listen.
Last time Arizona State
thought you were
played
from
in
Columbus.
last time Arizona State played in Dayton. Jim Boeheim was the head basketball coach for the Syracuse Orange.
Wait, first I got upset, and then I was like, first off, you're talking about a Syracuse win, which at the time was cool. And also, Jim Boeheim,
What's
it
his
was
name? Battle? What's his first name?
Tyus.
Tyus.
Yeah,
I always want to
he's
say
a dog.
Isaiah.
Yeah, good riddance, Jim.
Oh damn. Okay. Let's get to the Bobby board because our coach is still here and he got a
Oh,
win
whoa,
today.
whoa.
You say Bobby board, I say
Bobby Brackett.
Bobby Brackett.
Oh,
Oh, you clicked it and then you missed
Bobby
clicked it.
Brackett.
Bobby Brackett. Okay. Take us through this, Shawn. What you got?
Well, I did forget to put Arizona State's logo on the next spot above
Oh, my
USC.
God.
So hand up. This is
we
what
haven't
happens.
moved on.
It was chaos.
Is the play still under review?
It is still under review. The refs are still at the table.
Dude,
actually.
we got to get into that after this.
And Stanford and Arizona are playing each other, and Wazoo and Oregon are in the championship.
Listen, I got nothing for you. I was rushing through this graphic.
Hey, just look at the. I want everybody to just put your hand on the screen.
The right side of the screen.
You're just looking at where it says first round, guys.
Yeah.
I don't need you guys to go too far.
Well, this is all accurate, minus the fact that
just close your right eye.
We were doing the delicate dance.
We were doing the delicate dance. There was a lot going on. I was
fun.
trying to watch a game and make a graphic. Sue me. We got a new Bobby. We got a new bracket. We got a new Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby board. Bobby record. Yeah. It's a good Bobby. He was concerned. Probably.
It's a good Bobby.
It's a good Bobby face. He was probably upset about some. Let me let these people walk past me. Some bullshit the refs pulled. So yeah. Bobby.
No, yeah, 100%. ASU obviously got USC tomorrow.
Yep.
What are you looking forward to seeing most in that game, and what do you think it's going to actually take for Arizona State to get their first win over the Trojans now in 2 years?
Who killed you last time?
It would be
Was it
the
not
man
Boogie Ellis?
named
It was Boogie
Booger Ellis.
I mean, like a little 24-hour stomach bug for Boogie, I would take.
That's what I got, dude.
What? I don't want anything
Who do you want
bad,
guard?
dude.
Well, here's my 24-hour stomach bug. His name is Devin Cambridge.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
Devin
fact.
Cambridge all up in him, man.
Watching
I
his
want him
defense in person was
beat
awesome.
Up, like straight up. I
Gaffney
want-
was D'ing people up today.
Yeah, dude, that was
That was
great.
awesome.
That was great. 94 feet.
What's up?
94 feet.
Dickens? He's neat.
Oh, shit, Dixon
Yeah.
Waters.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Dixon Waters, yes. Yes.
What about him?
Nothing.
had beef.
Oh, we learned that
Oh yeah.
Harry
okay.
Horny or Horny Harry is not a person.
It's Hornery.
Horny, yeah.
Harry Hornery.
Harry Hornery
That is
and
on you.
Dixon Waters.
That's on you. You said it.
No, you said it. You.
Yeah, and Dixon Waters.
Yes.
So
it's 1:05 Arizona time.
So you're looking
It's
for
12:05 our time.
Devin Cambridge is the guy tomorrow.
Yeah, I want.
or tonight,
No,
I guess.
I want Dev.
You want Dev? Who do you got?
Dez. Why not?
You're taking Dez?
I saw him lock up. That's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah.
I think what Dez has done, not just tonight and over the course of the last couple games, I know from a scoring perspective it hasn't been crazy, but to see what he's been able to do while being injured, right? A guy that has, he came in today with a boot. I want to say it was on his left foot, and he got the job done tonight. He willed this team to victory, and I think it just is more impressive, just his body of work and what ASU has been able to accomplish over the last 4 or 5 games. With him battling that,
Yeah. My final thought about this game is what I will say is I've been to a good amount of games at DFA, but I've never obviously been this close. Like I've seen them interact, but never this close. I've never seen such I don't know if people are gonna like this, such a relaxed team when stuff is happening. Like, I mean, they were still laughing, and I mean they did up and backs, and
that was funny.
Like that, and even when they're on the bench, the Oregon State's gone on a run. Like you see Des and Dev chopping it up, and Des like, but it's still the want to.
Yeah.
They enjoy playing the game, and it's just you just when things start clicking, and then they start having fun while things are clicking.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to stop. You just gotta hope.
You just got to get there. You just got to get there, right? As soon as I feel like we are waiting for this. Somebody's in a fucking lab right now. They had the concoction for the magical whatever at the start of the season. You guys are looking at each other right here on the screen like, I'm about to say something
It sounds like you're
stupid.
about to say something really complicated, a really complicated way to say that there was a script, but continue.
No script. Like, there was a recipe. There was a recipe for something beautiful.
So
They made
a
it-
piece of paper with a bunch of
food
words
script. It's a food
telling.
script.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a food script.
Your recipe.
Yeah, they had a fucking recipe, Shawn. Okay? And then they lost the recipe.
They lost
okay?
the script.
Right now
That's
they've
so
got,
tragic.
I fucking hate you. They've got ingredients. They're trying to replicate what they had at the start. I feel like as soon as they can find that recipe again, it is just a matter of time before everybody in the country is getting the team that beat Arizona, getting the team that beat Michigan, getting the team that beat Creighton in Vegas, right? They're just waiting for that synergy, and what better time than the Pac-12 Tournament round
right
2
here, right now.
against number 3 seed USC, right?
You know how sometimes this team, when you're watching them, like they miss a couple shots, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And you just kind of feel it.
Tense up. Yeah.
It's the same thing for the other team. When ASU starts stringing together stops, they haven't scored in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and Des and Dev hit back-to-back threes, then it's like, oh, God. Because this team can turn a 1-point lead into a 20-point lead in a matter of 5 minutes. Like, instantly.
Yeah.
The instant offense and the swarming defense can just fluster you. And that's why I was surprised they didn't pull away earlier against the young Oregon State team.
They came out hungry.
I mean,
shout out Oregon State.
They did
came
pull
out
away
hungry.
at one point, and then they let them back into it.
And I think that's to your point about this team being relaxed for a lot of the game and just in moments, right? It's because they've been in situations like this all season long.
Yeah.
They have literally been in situations where they're up 10 and then all of a sudden the opponent is within 2 or within 4 with a minute to play. They're relaxed because they've been here before. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is what it is, but it's a team that's experienced in close hard-fought situations, which I think is going to come to their advantage if they make the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good and a bad thing. I think it's why they are able to bounce back when bad things happen. I also think it's how they end up in bad situations. They lift their foot off the gas a little bit. So I still think it's too late in the year to say they still need to find like when they can turn it on, whatever. But like
Why you shimmy when you
I don't know. It's when I'm trying to work my way through a thought.
like working your way through a hole?
But yeah, if they can lock in at the right times for a game, we've said it all year, they're one of the toughest teams in the country to beat. It's just that is a big if.
I wonder how far a hot start would go for the team tomorrow.
I think it would be huge.
Nothing forced them to call a timeout because they got that against USC last time. But maybe this time you get a hot start. 'Cause what were they up? No, that was against UCLA.
That was UCLA.
But maybe you don't. You make sure that lead doesn't dissipate as fast.
Well, yeah.
No, I mean you're gonna have to. I want to get into the refs for a second because not just from the team perspective, but the fans.
Oh, I just got
right.
tossed.
Damn, that's crazy. T-Mobile Arena too. There are a lot of people freaking out. I got teed up for what?
That's two.
Whoa.
See ya.
I'm gone.
Headset off.
You're
Headset
gone.
Deuces. Welcome to the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the Direction Sportsbook. I'm Shawn at Shane Diefenbach. We're the only two people on the show. Totri's been ejected. The refs were pretty terrible tonight.
Both ways.
I said to Shane at one point during the show, you can stand up, Tori. You've been brought back into the game. Thank you. The refs give it and the ref take it away. But I said it during the game. Like, I do think, in general, Pac-12 fans are a little too hard on the refs.
No, the refs suck.
Let me finish. I think they're, in general, a little too hard on the refs. I don't think they're always – obviously, teams, if a call goes against their team, they think it's a bad call all the time. They were a lot of bad calls today. The refs were bad both ways. There was parts where no one knew what was going on. Part of it might have been the scores, but there was a point where Des tipped in a missed free throw, and they only gave him 1 point, and nobody knew what was going on. There was a really long review over an out-of-bounds ball. It was not a great game for the refs. I'm just glad it went both ways, and ultimately Arizona State won.
That's what I will say. Like, refs will have bad games.
Yeah.
They are human, and sometimes more than others, whatever. But the one thing that I can't do is making this operation stop completely.
Well, you mentioned them running gassers. That's why they did it. The timeout was taking so long.
3+ minutes, multiple times. You can't stop a game whether there's momentum on one side or there's no momentum at all. You can't do that.
Keep going.
You can't do that. And it's just it's kind of
bad officiating.
Yeah, it is. Plain and simple.
There's no way around it. Arizona State got it done.
Oh,
it didn't matter.
Jose just canceled us for saying refs. Bad word.
Oh, fuck.
Shoot.
Damn.
All right, show's over, I guess.
We all got tossed?
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, guys, look, we're going to be providing content all day tomorrow and all night for you guys. PHNX Sun Devils. Go follow us on social. You can follow me on social at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn DePause at Shawn_DePause.
I don't know,
Doing
man.
the delicate dance.
Doing the delicate dance, as always.
Quick yes or no question before we get out of here. Was tonight's win enough to put ASU in the tournament alone?
No.
Please.
Not even
No.
close.
No.
Not
No. Well, then we're going to see you
Been close.
for an Arizona State USC post-game show tomorrow night.
One sec. The win wasn't, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they snuck in.
Wisconsin lost. Big L.
Look, we'll see what happens. Sleep
you,
well,
Ohio
children.
State.
We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.